Hey guys, hang on just 1 second. Trying to go live all over the place. All right, we'll see what happens. We're having trouble connecting to Restream, which takes me out all over Periscope and YouTube, LinkedIn, all the Facebook, everything. Looks like we finally hooked up. And we're on Instagram, and we're on certain Facebooks. Not on the radio, so we really don't need this microphone. Let me know if you can hear me. If things are coming in loud and clear. I see Mickey up there. Hey, Tony. So we're not connected to the radio. This is just a live video stream. We're going to talk a little bit about whey protein. So hopefully we're coming in loud and clear. All right. See, a lot of people are chiming in. So today is Monday. I had off. I must have had off because I have time to come here and talk to you guys. So you get one of my phones on. Let's see if I can turn the dings. We'll just let it ding. So hopefully everybody is doing well during this viral pandemic. Probably getting bored like me. I mean, look, I got a tan now. Check this out. So I've been running, I've been biking, I've been tanning, I've been swimming, I've been working out, been eating right. You know, I've got everything on my honey-do list done. I've pressure washed the house, washed all the cars, changed the oil, worked on my race cars. I mean, there's not much left to do. I probably got another week or two off. So it's like early retirement. But you can't leave the compound, right? So hopefully all y'all are safe and finding things to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about a specific protein that actually can improve your immune system, your muscle tone, your endurance, your strength, all right? And it's a whey protein. So many of you have heard of whey, all right? Whey is a byproduct of cheese, right? And so when you make cheese, in the olden days, they used to get this clear liquid and throw it away. Well, now it's like liquid gold. Whey protein is the most bioavailable protein known to man, all right? Much better than casein, much better than pea, much better than rice, much better than egg protein. The bioavailability is amazing. So if you're an athlete, you got to be taking a whey protein, all right? If you're a bodybuilder, a power lifter, a pro athlete of any type, an amateur athlete, a weekend warrior, if you're a kid trying to grow muscle, if you're an elderly person and you want to decrease the chance of you falling and getting hurt, whey protein is going to help, all right? But all whey protein is not created equal, all right? I'm going to hold up a couple of them in front of you. This is a new protein I developed called Whey Fortify Super Protein, all right? Fortify Super Protein is from Grassfed, New Zealand grass-fed cows. That's weird. I got a little sunshine coming over my head on Instagram. That's bizarre. So this is a non-denatured whey protein. It's a concentrate. This one right here is called grass-fed whey isolate. One's a concentrate, one's an isolate. They're both from grass-fed cows. This one is from New Zealand. This one's from American. We're going to go over what's the difference in a few minutes. I want to give you guys a code, so write this down. It's going to save you 25%. So show 25. That's usually for my talk shows. I give that out. Show 25 is a promo code. You go to the website fortify.com. Fortifeye. Fortify.com. All right. So let's see. A lot of you are chiming in. Absolutely. Will that help you lose weight? Whey protein is a fat emulsifier. It helps you build muscle and lose weight at the same time. Got a lot of people that are listening right now and watching that have lost a lot of weight. I see a lot of you up there that once you get on a specific diet plan and exercise routine and you add whey protein, yes, you will lose weight. As a matter of fact, one of the best ways to lose weight is using this as a meal replacement. This is something I developed called Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood. We're getting off the topic, but that's okay. And you combine that with either the vanilla or chocolate or the naked super protein, or you combine it with the isolate, either or. A scoop, and that's one meal, a meal replacement. If you want to lose weight the fastest, you do it at nighttime for your meal, right before for supper, and you don't eat anything afterwards. Very low calorie, low carbohydrate, high protein. You will lose weight simply by doing that, all right? So let's go back to talking about why all whey is not created equal. The majority of whey protein that you buy over the counter at the super box store, the health food store, if it doesn't say where it comes from, if it doesn't say American cows or New Zealand cows or Australian cows, it's coming from China. Most of these places want to buy it from China because it's cheap. But you don't want to touch any Chinese milk. Trust me, all right? It is raised in a feedlot. I don't know if you know what a feedlot is. A feedlot is where they get 1,000 cows all in this lot, and they're fed genetically modified grains because it's very cheap. The genetically modified grains have antibiotics and steroids, growth hormone in those, because the cow has to eat that. Since the cows are right next to each other, stepping on fecal matter, they're very dirty, dirty cows, okay? And then the dirty milk is what you would drink. So that's why they had to give it antibiotics, all right? They give it growth hormone so it produces a hell of a lot of milk. And that's not the milk you want to make your protein from, but that's the majority of the milk that you guys and gals are buying over the counter at the big vitamin stores and health food stores. Remember, if it doesn't say where it comes, stay away from it, because simply it's coming from China. So feedlot cows, genetically modified grain as a feed, growth hormones and antibiotics. Then they have to heat it. They heat this sucker up to over 200 degrees for over 30 minutes, okay? That's a lot of heat. What's that do? It denatures the molecule, so the protein is rendered almost useless. It kills all the bacteria. They have to do that because it's, remember I said, dirty milk to start with. So they've got to kill the bacteria, so they heat it up to 200 degrees for 30 minutes. Bad news. It gets better. Now, if you want to turn the concentrate into an isolate, this is one of the differences, to remove the fat and remove all the lactose, they do something called ion exchange. Ion exchange is simply using acid. They acid wash it. So now you've heated it, and now you pour acid on it. It denatures the molecule twice. What's that mean? The protein molecule, the delicate amino acids that are responsible for muscle growth, okay? If they denature it, it basically renders them useless. It kills that protein in layman's terms. So if it says 20 grams of protein on the bottle, chances are you're not getting anywhere near that amount, all right? So what you're looking for is a protein, a whey protein, a concentrate or an isolate, really doesn't matter, but make sure it says where it comes from. American cows. Grass-fed New Zealand cows. New Zealand cows. So you know where it's coming from. And you want to make sure they're grass-fed, because grass-fed is going to make the omega-3 content in the protein very high versus the omega-6 content. Omega-6 is pro-inflammatory. Inflammation and oxidation is aging. So we can combat against aging by eating foods that are anti-inflammatory and foods that are very high in antioxidants, right? So once again, Fortify Super Protein and Fortify Grass-Fed Whey Isolate comes from grass-fed cows all year round. So their omega-3 content is very high. Omega-6 is very low. Also, something called conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, is very high, hundreds of times higher in grass-fed milk. And CLA has been affiliated with anti-aging in the entire body, anti-carcinogenic, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-diabetic, and some new studies are showing it's good for heart disease as well. So CLA is high in a grass-fed whey protein. Lactoferrin, if you listen to my talk show, you hear me talk about lactoferrin a lot. Lactoferrin is a globular glycoprotein that's in dairy, right? It's in whey. Lactoferrin has antiviral attributes. That's exactly right. So right now in this viral pandemic, why wouldn't everybody be drinking a whey protein concentrate or isolate from grass-fed cows? They should be talking about that, right? So there's science out there that shows that they're binding sites that this lactoferrin binds to on a virus, so the virus doesn't absorb into the host yourself. So it helps protect you against viral infections. Lactoferrin is very good at building your immune system, makes you stronger to fight against infections, right? So those are two reasons to be taking it. So lactoferrin is very high in whey. It's not high in pea protein. It's not high in rice protein. It's not high in egg protein. So you got to have a whey protein. Immunoglobulins. There's all sorts of immunoglobulins that are in whey protein. isolate or a concentrate. That's one area where the concentrate shines above the isolate. A whey protein concentrate, like the new super protein, the vanilla flavor, which is amazingly delicious, is very high in all the things we talked about, but a little higher than the isolate in immunoglobulins, okay? So immunoglobulins are very high in the fat that's in the milk. So we don't remove the fat in this. This is good fat. Comes from New Zealand cows. This fat is very high in omega-3, not omega-6. So it's a good fat. Most polyunsaturated fatty acids are very high in omega-6, like nuts and seeds. You've heard my conversation about nuts and seeds. Not the best thing in the world for you, unless you're eating macadamia nuts or chestnuts. So that's where the concentrate's a little better than the isolate, is because it has the good fats building your immune system. So if you're doing it for anti-aging and total body wellness or a complete meal replacement, you want the good fats. You want the concentrate. If you're doing it strictly to build muscle, all right, for bodybuilding or if you're a pro athlete, the isolate is a little better. Not a lot better, a little better, okay? The combination of the two is the best. So what I would say is right after you work out, you take the isolate during the day, you add maybe the superfood to the concentrate, and you have an immune-building drink. That's the superfood. That's 12 superfoods all in one. Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood. So, I got off track a little bit. So we're talking about another part of a branched chain amino acid. Branched chain amino acids are very high in dairy, very high, super high in whey. Branched chain amino acids, especially leucine, is responsible for muscle growth, okay? Leucine is the Mac Daddy of amino acids, the Mac Daddy. And it's what's responsible, the main amino acid responsible for muscle growth. A lot of people hear about essential fatty acids, branched chain amino acids. The leucine is the main component that's going to help build muscle and strength and endurance. Whey protein has all essential amino acids, so it has the essential, it has the branch, but it's very high in leucine, especially if it's grass-fed from a grass-fed cow from New Zealand, America, or even French or Australian grass-fed cows. That's what you want. So remember, if you learn anything from this program so far, if you're going to get a whey protein, you want it to be non-denatured or undenatured. That means it hasn't been heated or acid washed. You want it to be from basically America or New Zealand or Australia or France. Make sure it says where it's from. Make sure it's microfiltered, not acid washed. That's not ion exchange. And you want to find out how it's pasteurized. And that's hard to find out. Most companies, they don't even know. They just buy the large amounts of whey protein. So we tell you, our whey protein is actually pasteurized only to 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. Nobody's going to tell you that. Most people don't know. And that's enough to kill any potential pathogens without denaturing the molecule, rendering it useless. So fortify super protein or fortify grass-fed whey isolate. Both of those are only heated 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds, all right? And they're not bleached. Most companies are going to bleach their whey protein to get any color out, make it really white. You don't want that. So basically, I'm telling you, most whey proteins you buy over the counter are pretty much garbage, all right? There's a few that are good. So consider our Fortify Performance Nutrition line with super protein. It comes in chocolate, vanilla, and naked, means nothing. And then our whey protein grass-fed isolate, it's just basically naked. It's instantized, so it mixes easy. It's no flavor at all. The vanilla is the best, is the #1 seller. It's the top flavor out there. But if you just want the isolate, it absorbs whatever you're putting in it, whatever flavor. If you're mixing it with watermelon or pineapples or whatever, or with our Fortified Fit that we're going to talk about in a minute. So also, there's another thing, another reason for you to be taking a good whey protein, covalent bonded cysteine. When's the last time you heard about that? Probably never. So when I was doing some macular degeneration studies, when I was studying to see what type of vitamins would help my macular degeneration patients, we found out 3 inherent deficiencies these patients had when they got older: vitamin D, B12, and glutathione. So it's easy to get rid of a B12 and vitamin D deficiency. Have them go out in the sun, take some B12. It's simple. But glutathione, L-glutathione doesn't work. N-acetylcysteine doesn't work well. Whey protein stimulates glutathione. It has covalent bonded cysteine that combines with 2 other amino acids to convert to glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant in your body. Now remember, what's the Mac Daddy amino acid? Leucine, right? What's the master antioxidant? Glutathione. So glutathione is responsible for anti-aging. It's responsible for detoxification. It also has anti-carcinogenic, antiviral, anti-diabetic, all sorts of good health-promoting reasons to take it. You get it through a whey protein. So the gist of this show today is all of you should be getting a whey protein on a daily basis. Put it in, get one that you can just put in a shaker and you shake it up right before you go to the gym, right after you go to the gym, versus using a blender. All of ours are instantized using sunflower lecithin. Never touch anything with soy lecithin. Bad news. We use sunflower lecithin, non-genetically modified sunflower lecithin. So that you just shake it 3 times and it's easy to swish down without blending it. Now our super protein that's called Naked has nothing in it. It's just pure protein. That's for the purist out there. It doesn't have the sunflower lecithin. It has no flavor. So remember, we have 4 proteins. We have 3 super proteins, vanilla, chocolate. Back live again throughout the World Wide Web. So you guys, we went out for a minute and now we're going to be back. That's this internet connection in my house. I'm not on the right one for some reason. The Verizon one wouldn't hook up. All right, so whey protein isolate versus whey protein concentrate. Remember, the concentrate, well, all right, the whey protein isolate is 90 to 95% protein. The concentrate is 80 to 85% protein. So the isolate per scoop has more protein in it. Both of ours has the same amount of protein, 20, 21 grams of protein, so it doesn't matter from a protein standpoint. The whey protein concentrate's a little bit bigger scoop because you have to get a little bit more to get the 20 grams of protein. So if you have any reactions, negative reactions to dairy, you want to use the isolate. If you don't have a reaction to dairy, the concentrate or the isolate, either one. If you want it for anti-aging and wellness, use the concentrate. If you want it strictly for building muscle, use the isolate. If you want it for a meal replacement, use the concentrate. Now, it's not that big a deal. You can use both of them, or you can use either or. It's really up to you. They're both good. The gist of the story is drink more whey protein. If you're a vegetarian, I'm sorry, all right? Try a whey protein. Now, a lot of people, due to their religion or due to their philosophy of animal cruelty, they don't want to have animal products. But these cows, they're not inhumanely treated. They're not in a feedlot. They're not fed. They're roaming through beautiful pastures in New Zealand and America. They're eating grass. They're played music to, believe it or not. They're nice. They're nice to these cows. And you're taking the milk. It's not hurting the cow.